the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Gators will put total weather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for room, it's Booth. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll give it to him again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Chafin. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback will keep it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Touch pass on the right. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill and be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Back to throw, it's Chapin. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Takes the handoff. It's ball. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll move the tight end. Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Brown. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilson. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
They'll run it. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Toss to the outside. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
The old toss, right? Toss it to him on the perimeter, get on the edge quickly. The receivers better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards, get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Shapen. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thompson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They'll try the run. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all we week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense snapping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced a negative play, now setting up 4th down.
Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And they trusted him. Even after that last miss, they trusted him again to make it, and he misses again. I don't know how much more trust they'll have in him. Good weather, not a long kick, 2nd miss of the day. We might not see him again.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that will cause for you to be a little bit concerned.
There he goes! Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wideout there on the slant.
The Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Shapen. Catch in the middle, it's Mosley.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
He'll throw on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
From the gun, running back on the move. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for space. It's Booth. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. That is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback keeps it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Turning it on.
Well, what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if he didn't bounce right back to the offense.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Wilson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it after 14.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Well, jet sweep pass. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And he'll finish the zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Really nice physical running back time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back. It's Shapen. Snagged in the middle. It's Traore. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Gets the back moving. Lost the fire on second down. He's going for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down and run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield very late in the half. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably at a field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll run it on first and goal. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Splits the uprights. Good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they've taken care of the ball. Oh, he's got some space. They got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
They'll ride the hot hand. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Flagway. Here's a heat. QB got it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Ball. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Stopped at the 12-yard line, and he wanted that pick 6. He'll have to settle for setting up his offense.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did, and I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they were able to corral him for a huge loss.
Dropping back, it's Chapin. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Power football with the run. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job of the base defense making the play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Connection to the right. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires left. Got his man downfield. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of this big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. The give to the back. Got first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Gator!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thompson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Looking to pass. It's Shapen. Grabbed over the middle. It's Evans. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Mosley. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They'll go to the toss. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get 1st downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the 1st down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. And he'll be brought down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistle? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Looking for a man. It's Shapen. That's reeled in. It's Booth. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Wants to keep it in the air. Got a man. It's Thompson. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Mississippi State right back to the line. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have got beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. To the air, it's Shapen. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Man, I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Gators line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
All right, this running back's had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Lagway. Under fire. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Wilson.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one?
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Sturdivant. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thompson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. To the air, it's Shapen. Throws to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Thompson. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. On the play. 2nd down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds his man, it's Traore.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Timeout, Florida.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And as we get later in this game, Jesse, you want to keep moving the ball and being aggressive, but don't turn the thing over.
So how about getting the running game going right here, David, on this drive? Let those big fellas up front get some push, bleed the clock, move the chains.
Yeah, no need to get greedy. I know the passing stats and you want to score, but you're right. The clock right now is your friend with a 2-possession lead.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air. It's Shapen. That's caught. It's Evans. There he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Mississippi State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And the extra point is good. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when there's panicking, you have to really. But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.